Welcome back to Tea and Toasties. I'm one of your hosts, Sabrina.
And I'm Rich. I'm the other one.
And welcome to episode 9.
Yeah, here we are.
9 is fine.
9 is fine. Look at you.
Look at me.
Uh-huh.
With the rhyme.
Keep going. If you got the time.
That's it. That's the end, I think.
Is that it?
I can't think of another one.
All right.
Well, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
Long time no see.
Right.
Just kidding.
A little bit different because we saw each other Friday.
I know. It's only been a weekend, basically. Not a week.
So there's no catch up. No catch up.
Not much catch up.
For this one.
Yeah. So we're getting straight into it. So the world's on fire.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. We might need to do a little bit of housekeeping.
Do we need housekeeping?
Yeah, hang on.
Oh, God.
Housekeeping.
I don't want it. I got enough towels.
Is there anything from last ep?
I mean, it was mostly just the ketchup ep. So
it was the ketchup, and on that point, it was some fact checking on ketchup.
Oh,
the Heinz,
Heinz, and what the hell was the other
Heinz
one?
and Hunt's.
Hunt's.
So Hunt's apparently is not with a Z; it's with an S. Yeah, I looked that one up.
Yeah, I think I realized that when I was saying it.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Just shut up. Yeah.
And Heinz is
Heinz.
Z. Yes. It was formed by an American entrepreneur with German immigrants, apparently. So it hails from German.
If you couldn't
German
tell
name.
by the name.
Yes. So Heinz and Hunt's.
But they both make ketchup.
Both make ketchup. Hunt's was called catsup.
Ugh. See.
What is that? I didn't understand what catsup was. Is that just fake ketchup? I
also looked this up to see
You
Hunt's.
did?
I did.
Okay.
When I Googled ketchup, it was like ketchup or catsup.
Catsup.
I don't understand. I think it's like a regional thing.
Right.
I don't want to shit on anyone, but I've always thought it's so weird.
Is it like fake ketchup?
No, it's just, that's how some people say ketchup.
Catsup.
Is catsup.
Sup.
It's spelled cat.
With a sup.
CATSUP.
Okay.
Catsup.
You like it?
No, I hate it. It's so weird.
Would you pass the catsup, please?
Catsup. It just doesn't roll off the tongue.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. It might be different. Stay tuned next week.
Yeah.
Housekeeping on top of the housekeeping on top of the housekeeping.
Follow up.
So anyway, is that it? All you had on the Hunt's?
Hunt's. We also said,
you said beans.
Something about mustard, right?
Oh.
You were wondering if they had a mustard. They do. They have a spicy mustard with some kind of barbecue tang to it.
Heinz?
No, the Hunt's.
Oh God.
With an S. And Hunt's also does baked beans. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, but so does Bush.
Bush beans.
Bush is
yes.
baked beans.
That is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
About
That's
the
the
beans.
bean guy.
Yeah, he's the bean guy.
And the bean dog.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we've got that covered.
That's done.
I don't know
Covered
if
and
we've
smothered
cleared
like
things up
ketchup.
or we've just muddied the waters a little bit.
Who cares? So that's that. I do have a slight housekeeping as well.
Okay.
Aaron said that apparently we didn't get Budweiser's in Nashville because they were cheap. That's what I thought. So that was true in my brain, at least. I was like, yeah, cheap beer. Let's do it.
Sure.
He said he wanted to get Budweiser's so we could be like cowboys and fit in to this country bar.
In the Nashville vibe of cowboy.
Which
stuff.
is funnier and cuter, in my opinion.
It is,
and
isn't
I
it?
wish I knew that in the moment, because then I really would have leaned into that cowboy.
You would have, yeah.
Character.
Okay, yeah. Would you have done some line dancing?
Yeah,
and
probably.
Stuff? Okay, with your buds.
Mm-hmm. So that's that.
All right then. So housekeeping's done. So you're feeling pumped? You've had your coffee. How many is that this morning?
This is my second cup.
Second cup. You do small cups though.
I do small cups.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't do many. I get a bit freaked out.
The jitters.
Yeah.
Jitterbugs.
Mm-hmm.
They say have all your coffee before 11. That's what I've heard. I don't know if I subscribe to that or what. I mean, I do push it past. Sometimes it's past midday. But I'm one of those, I can just drink coffee even the afternoon and I still sleep.
Right.
I haven't asked yet. Tell me about your vaping. How's that going? How did you get on? Because you went out the weekend, yeah?
Yeah.
How did you get on with that?
I hit the vape.
You did? Okay. Well, you knew you would.
I knew I would, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, I just won't buy one. Just won't have one of my own.
Right.
So I hit a couple of people's throughout the night, and then, yeah, that was it. I mean, felt fine. And then Sunday didn't at all. Yesterday didn't at all. Today haven't.
Right. So it's just a little slow weaning.
It is, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday and the day before, I didn't think about it even at all. I remember it was like end of the night yesterday, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I just like don't have a vape anymore.
That's great.
It's like, this is weird. Because usually it's like always
Yeah,
carrying it around.
yeah.
But then a little bit today, kind of right when I woke up, I was like, dang.
I think that's how we weaned down, is we went from the habits of smoking and then becoming just that weekend while I'm out and a beer smoker kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then just
eventually.
During the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want that. But it was just something, socializing.
Yeah.
And that went on for a few years. And then at some point during that, I was like, no, just not at all now. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how I'll be.
So, yeah, yesterday we were both in it.
I know, we were on the phone for like half the day.
Half the day, at least a good couple of hours.
Yeah, just discussing as if we were together.
Right. That was the idea, because we knew that I was going to be at home, you would be here. And we wanted to, because you haven't been into work for
Dude, I haven't been in the
while.
office.
I know, your room is missing you.
Over a week. Almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we needed to really have a conflab, basically.
Conflab.
And catch up on work stuff.
Yeah.
And where we're at and how things have moved on. So that kind of ties in what we want to talk about today.
That is it. That is the meat and potato.
Because it was basically kind of what we were talking about yesterday, at work, not at work.
Yeah.
How things are going.
Yeah.
How it's affecting our business in terms of a drop-off.
Right.
In sales, I mean. How that's affecting us. How it might be affecting other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to lay the backstory, when would you say? Just this year?
For the drop-off?
Yeah.
We've seen?
I don't know, maybe the 20th of January. And onward, it's been what we call a drop-off.
Yeah.
There's no sales.
Oh, yeah. I don't mind being completely transparent with figures at all.
It's a drop-off.
It's a drop-off. When you consider... I looked at some historical figures just this time compared to last year. Now, last year, at this time, we were buzzing. We're doing all right, which is actually pretty good because, after the holiday season, January and February can be slow. It's not quite spring weddings yet.
Right.
So, you can look at it like that as January and February, March even. There are a little bit of a lull. Our items, we've developed our collection over a longer period of time to try and hit different times of the year. So we're not just seasonal, as in we rely on summer weddings.
But we do have our seasons.
We do. But we also have retirements, which generally happen
and anniversaries,
in January, February,
which are all throughout.
We hit anniversaries, yeah.
But every year there seems to be the most popular date that everyone's getting married. Mm-hmm. Like I remember 2020, 10-10-20, 10-10-20.
Yeah.
Everyone was like,
yeah.
Isn't it so cool? It's 10 and 10, which is 20 and then 20. And I'm like, it's really not that original. Everyone felt the need to tell us though.
Right.
And we're I know this is the 100th one we're doing this week. But yeah, so that was the big one.
What's this year's?
I don't know. There's another one that's this year and it's similar. That's
25. I've seen that. I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Recently.
That's today.
Is it? Oh, okay. Well, there's people getting married today, so congratulations.
Whatever is like a fun date that happens on a Saturday, that is usually the one.
Yes.
But anyway, so we usually have those.
Yeah.
And then
throughout the year.
Yeah.
There's certain times of the year we think, okay. So it'll be interesting this year to see how we're doing. Like I say, full transparency, we're about 40% down. Yeah. On this time last year. So for the year up to the year so far. Now 40% it's not a small number.
No. But it's not 100.
No, God. We've been there, done that. So it's not like it's been gradual. Right. It was from the get-go of this year. Yeah. Noticeably. Yeah. We started to wonder, is it us? As you do, you get in your head and you start thinking, what are the reasons? It's hard to know. Exactly. And there's so many factors. So many variables. Yeah. My brain goes to sometimes, oh, fuck, okay, are people just done buying our stuff? Yeah, you've been there before. Yeah. We've been selling this collection, this type of art, the alphabet photography for for 15 years or so.
And I'm like, trends are trends. And I'm scared.
Are we done here with this?
Are we done?
But it seems to have legs. People still enjoy it and love it. I think there's still a lot of people that don't know what it is.
Definitely.
Which is surprising for us because we're in it.
Seriously.
We're in it. We see it every day.
I know. So all to say, I don't think it is just us. And you've asked around a couple places and people, like our UPS carrier who does our pickups, asked him, and he was like, yeah, it seems other people are not, my usual pickups don't have as much either.
Exactly. He's collecting a lot less. I even asked our UPS rep just yesterday. I said, we're down. Are your other accounts down? And he said, he confirmed what we were thinking.
It is a bit scary. It's kind of put us in fight or flight a bit.
Big time.
I'd say more so than maybe any other time because of what has happened before.
Yes.
Where it was 0 or 100% down. Because it's like, okay, we don't want it to get to that. We know what that feels like. I don't think it's going to. No. Because we have sales.
We actually have a shop.
We have a shop.
We have a shop that's open. And we have items in there.
That's
this time around
enough.
We have a shop and we're able to sell.
Yes.
What I'm noticing is that people are still looking.
That is the thing.
Our views are pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Here's the big difference compared to last year is that our conversion rate was way better.
Yeah.
People were looking and they were also following through and buying.
Yeah.
This year, they're still looking. The numbers, those numbers are pretty on a par. But the conversion rate is way off. Yeah. And they're not buying. It's more window shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we have to hypothesize and we have to theorize. We have to
ruminate.
Figure out what the hell is going on.
It. Yeah.
Because it's like, how do we know why people aren't buying? First of all, big question.
Yeah.
And then how do we get them to buy?
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's got me feeling like it's impossible 1 second. And it has me feeling like, let's throw everything at the wall. Yeah. Everything's possible the next second.
Yeah. You mentioned that yesterday. And I think we're both in agreement that it would be different if it was just us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We've established that it's not just us.
Right.
It's not our product.
No.
It's not our reviews.
Our marketing.
It's not our marketing. We're on top of our game in all those respects.
Mm-hmm.
But it's when it's widespread, it seems like everybody is suffering a little bit right now.
Yeah. And we have a product that's not essential. It's a fun.
It's not a luxury item. It's definitely not food.
Right. It's not something you need.
Yeah. It's more of a want or a wish, that would be nice for this event or that event.
Yeah. And I just think people aren't buying as much of that stuff right now for all the reasons that are happening in the world. I mean,
we don't need to tell you what they are.
Exactly.
People are just prioritizing their spends, aren't they?
Yeah. But it's like, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling like, okay, can we even do anything? I don't know.
Right.
And then B, is it even right to do anything in terms of like, we want to make money, of course. We've
got to pay the bills.
We have to survive too. Yeah. But then it's like forcing someone's hand almost to buy something, even though it might not be financially responsible for them.
Fair point. Yeah, I do know. I hadn't thought of that. But then I'm also a valid point.
On the other side thinking like this happens all the time. There's freakouts.
Again, yeah.
I am also like, it's not, nothing's happening. I'm in denial mode a bit. I mean, in 2020, that was crazy.
2020 was
crazy. But 2020 was our biggest year.
I know.
Strange.
We talked about that yesterday, how, there was the huge off a cliff drop off in 2020 when it first hit.
For the world.
But yeah, because no one knew where the fuck that was going.
Yeah.
And as soon as we were all told to stay indoors and hole up a little bit. And, everyone was circling the wagons and just prioritizing. But then once things had settled down a little bit, it was the bricks and mortar people that suffered.
For sure.
During that time. And it was people like us, the guys online, who profited out of that.
Yeah.
Because everyone thought, I can't go there. I can't go here. I can't go to my normal places to shop. I'll go online. So I think that event really pushed forward online shopping. I know it did because they've got, the numbers are in on that. The people who weren't comfortable before, perhaps a certain demo, weren't shopping online. they were forced to learn something new. And, if they had felt previously that, I don't trust it, they learned something, they learned how to shop online. And for us as an online business, it helped us a lot.
Yeah.
In 2020 and then bleeding over to 2021.
I also wonder if a lot of people were starting up their own little side projects and stuff.
Big time, yeah.
And so they were just on Etsy more.
Yes.
And then
Another
they were like,
point.
oh, well, I'm here. So
Yeah.
people the views were just up in general.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. And basically, we just want to talk about kind of what that mindset is, what we've been doing for the business, for everything. I don't know. Like, how are we dealing?
How we're dealing.
Yeah.
So the first thing is what we've just talked about is understanding, acknowledging that there is something going on.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing, not denying it,
Right.
but just acknowledging, yes, hey, let's look at the figures. It's black and white.
Yeah.
Where there is a 40% drop off in our own business.
In the beginning, it was like, well, let's just wait it out. Because sometimes we'll have weeks of like nothing. And then it goes back to like the next week is like popping off, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, everything's fine.
Yeah.
But this one hasn't really got back up seemingly. So we're like, fuck, okay, this is an actual
This is real
thing.
Yeah.
It's also one of the first times where it's not us. It's not, we don't
not
have
our
an
fault.
answer. Yeah, it's not our fault. And it's not we don't have a thing like, oh, we just need new listing photos. Oh, we just need better socials. Oh, we just need more marketing.
Yeah.
We don't have a new product.
Yes.
It's just like overall,
Yes.
we could be selling anything and people just aren't buying. So then it's like, okay, right, brand new problem. How do we fix this?
Exactly, yeah. So we've acknowledged there is an issue for us. And so after that, what's the next step,
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I've been working on my mindset a little bit. I think before I can form a plan, I kind of figured to myself, okay, there's a lot of people out there suffering right now. And there's a lot of people out there who are suffering way more than me.
Right. Yeah.
I'm thinking about my own personal little problem and my business problem.
In your little bubble.
In my little bubble, yeah. But that's what I have control of. But there is a way bigger picture.
Yeah.
Way bigger picture.
Oh, definitely.
And to sometimes get caught up in your own little bubble, it can send you down a certain path, but it does help to zoom out a lot.
Definitely. That's my motto. I'm
Zoom
always
out.
saying zoom out.
Zoom, yeah.
For various reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, zoom the F out is what I always say.
Gives you a broader perspective, right?
For sure. I feel the same as well. I mean, I fear next episode will have to be the episode. Yeah, because it's like I'm dancing around a lot of stuff I want to say right now.
Right.
But I'm not saying because I want to save it for
Sure.
the whole cohesive
Okay.
ep. But
We have episode 10 is now set in stone.
10 is like double digits. Because last time we experienced a business panic.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we're panicking, but we were all, my mindset was very different then than it is now.
Mm-hmm.
I was very kind of, maybe I was bright-eyed, bushy-tailed more so back then.
Right.
And now I'm just kind of like, okay, well, it's not just us. Let's just chill. Everything's going to be okay is kind of the mindset I have now. Whereas the first time I was like, it's not going to be okay. We were all like running around like chickens with our heads cut off, screaming.
But do you think that's the rule of comparison? Because you do have that experience now of what happened previously. And so now you can look at that and go, Jesus, that was rough.
Yeah.
Like you've been, we went through the ringer right there. Yeah. But now that this experience, yes, it's also rough, but the rule of comparison, it's maybe not as rough as we've known.
Yes. And also the fact that it isn't just us. Yeah. Because last time it was like, literally we were on a little own island floating in the middle of the ocean, stranded is what it felt like. Just the three of us.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell do we do? And now it's like, okay, the world is kind of suffering. That's what it feels like. For the country at least, right? Yeah.
And to keep on your analogy there, we're basically all in the same boat and we're all going down with the ship.
Yep, exactly. So that does help. There's bigger issues.
Way bigger issues.
I care, obviously, about the company and all the things, and it is like our livelihood.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, if this all goes away, I feel at peace. I feel like fine-ish, Yeah. I'm not like freaking the fuck out. I am, but I can't let it get to that point because I'm like, if whatever's going on in the world is enough to like do that to our business, we got bigger problems.
We've got bigger problems.
And I'm going to be like, freaking out just about my life and
Exactly.
humanity as a whole at that point, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's way bigger social issues here than our bubble business.
Exactly.
What we can control in the short term, yes, we need to pay the bills.
Yeah.
We need to, it sounds very basic, but we need to buy groceries and things like that. Yeah. But I think also not getting caught up in our own little world is key. Is to appreciate, acknowledge, understand everything else that everyone else is going through. And I think back to the whole mindset thing, it made me, I think in the previous episode, we were touching on this a little bit, like, oh, what can we do? What can we do? Yeah. We talked about the blackout, the spending blackout.
Right.
And that we weren't totally thinking that was the best move forward. But I reflected on that, on the question, oh, what can we do? And it made me think that we can look outwards and we can try and support those people that are close to us. We are in control of that.
Yeah.
If we just think about the people in our lives close to us, they're going through very similar things. Perhaps they're not voicing it. Perhaps they are, but there's a lot of people that have their own fears and they operate at different levels.
Yeah.
What we can do is be there for each other, basically. We can say, oh, this is shit, isn't it? Or just say, if you need me, or how can I support you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's interesting to think about, because we talked about this yesterday as well on the phone, because you were like, how are people in your life, like, how are they feeling? What's going on? And I said, a lot of people in my life have stable jobs that aren't going to be affected by anything. They're not in like a sales area. It's like the jobs secure. Are going to be there. Yeah, secure. So maybe they're not stressed in the same way that we're stressed.
Right.
But just because they're not stressed about work like I am, doesn't mean that they have no stress.
Yeah.
They might be freaking out about something else.
Everyone's got
going
their thing.
On.
Yeah, I think acknowledging that it's not just you. Yeah. Everyone obviously is going through their thing at different stages of it and different intensities of it, But yeah, I've been back to the mindset, I'm a firm believer of like healthy body, healthy mind, right? And I think they're so connected. Yeah. And if I want to be at if I want my mind to be operating at a level where I can problem solve and form plans and navigate this downturn, then my body and my mind have to be working together. So for me, it's keeping healthy, keeping my body healthy. So I've been upping the fitness, also eating as healthily as I can, chugging on the water. I don't know how many pints or ounces you're supposed to be drinking.
I think it's like 60 something ounces a day.
A day?
Yeah.
How many pints is that? That's a lot.
Yeah.
Is it 8 pints or something?
No, less.
Right,
this pint is 12 ounces.
Or is it 16?
What?
Is it 16?
16.
Oh, it's the big one.
Oh, you're right. I think it's 16.
All right, bit of housekeeping.
Where's that gallon man when I need him? You know that one?
No. We'll clear this up. I don't know that. Is it a commercial?
It's a thing. It's like a learning tool when you're in school for kids.
Didn't do it.
It's a little man. It's like makes a man, but it's like his body is the gallon, and then like this 2 legs are the
one of your little learning
things,
tricks,
and then the 16 and the 4 cups, and the
Now I know.
It's been a while, guys. Now we just have Google. Anyway.
Yeah.
So chugging on the water.
Chugging on the water. And I add lemon to it.
The lemon.
If you add lemon, apparently it ups the hydration.
Apparently it adds 5 years to your life. Every lemon.
I'm trying to do all the things. All the things.
Yeah.
I've upped my supplement intake.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel that. I'm trying, because now the no vape, I'm like, well, let's just double down here. Let's go crazy.
You were doing your push-ups, star jumps, and burpees, right?
Nope. But I've been feeling like, I don't know if it's all compiling. I don't know what it is. I'm not very good at being in tune with my body in that way. I've learned.
What do you mean?
I don't know why I'm feeling certain things I'm feeling physically, mentally. Sometimes it's hard for me to check in on myself in those ways.
Have you journaled these things?
No.
Are you a journaler?
I also can't really pay attention to it.
Okay.
I just will feel weird, and then I'm like, well, that's just how I feel. That's normal, right?
Right.
I don't know. Emotionally, I'm locked in.
Oh, your emotional intelligence is through the roof.
I think that's why the other ones I'm like, I don't have time for those.
Your EQ and IQ, they're way up there.
Sweet. Anyway, I think it's a mix of, I was out of work for like a week and I was just at home when you're in that sick, just at home, doing nothing, seeing no one.
Seeing no one, yeah.
Not really feeling like you can do anything productive.
Yeah.
So I was in that
That's going to get you down. Yeah.
And, I was trying we do the positive thinking. We like to try to ignore that we're sick and, manifest.
Yeah.
And so I was doing that. Just wasn't really working. I also feel I've been fighting off the sads this whole time.
Yeah.
And I've made it this far.
Yeah.
And the pod has helped. All these distractions, essentially. I'm like, no sads.
Yeah.
And then I was home for that week. And I think...
And it was fucking cold.
It was cold.
Wednesday, Thursday.
And then the quitting nicotine.
Ugh.
And then now the state of the world, everything. It's like...
Perfect storm.
It's all just piled. And yeah, the past few days or so, I've been just like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Just kind of, I feel it. The cloud is coming overhead. And so that, I think, is also contributing to my mindset about the whole drop-off situation where I'm like, meh.
Yeah.
I'm kind of indifferent. And that's how I get when I get in these
sort of apathetic
zones. Yeah, apathetic.
Well, where you're just describing that, it wasn't just any one thing.
No.
It's definitely the time of year where people, just sads would get people down.
Oh, yeah.
But when you layer and layer and layer on top of that, everything that's going on, then, that is going to take its toll over a certain period of time.
Yeah.
And it's going to result in, you're going to feel down.
Well,
you're going to have a negative outlook.
It usually happens to me every year.
Right.
So I was like expecting it. But this year was thinking like, no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I was actively like trying to avoid it this year for the first time, I think.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, oh no. It's like I've let it slip.
Yeah, I wouldn't beat yourself up. I mean, knowing for starters, knowing that this time of year I can typically suffer a little bit from SATs.
Yeah. It's just, it's hard for me to snap back.
Yeah.
It's like it can pull me way under sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Let's keep like a little bit bobbing above water.
Yeah, do the bobbing. But that's just like, we can flip it like everything. I like to look at the other side of things. And if you just think, okay, we've got layers and layers and layers and layers over a period of time that are finally taking its toll. It's not just one event. It's like going to the gym. You can't go to the gym once and work out and expect to then be ripped.
Yeah.
You have to keep going. You have to be consistent. And then over a longer period of time, you're going to see the results. And that works for negative stuff. You could end up, if you keep going down that negative path, you end up tail spinning.
Oh, yeah.
And you're spiraling out.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you're like, whoa, way rock bottom. If things keep piling on you.
Seriously, the
now,
pile.
Conversely, and that's what I'm trying to do right now, is build positive micro moments in my life or things that I'm doing layer upon layer upon layer, the water, the exercise, the supplements. I'm trying to just add incrementally layers of things that are going to help over a period of time. For me, I'm a person, if I'm feeling up and energized, my body, then my mind is like, okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Then my mind is energized. It works that way for me. It's not like a mind then body, because my body has to be functioning physically first.
Exactly.
And going back to exercise, I think, you can get to 6 o'clock in the evening, 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's like, oh, I feel too tired. I'm tired to do exercise. But I find if I do some exercise in the evening, that actually gives me energy. It doesn't take it away. That is the thing that happens. Yeah,
it's just hard to get going. I'm trying to do similar, right? Like I said, the quitting something was like, okay, it gave me a boost of like, if I can do that,
yes,
give me some mental strength,
mental fortitude.
So then I'm like, okay, well, I can do that. Then I can, do the stretching every day, or I can do this.
And then that's building. Before you know it, if you keep adding other things in, other positive habits, before you know it, I mean, it doesn't take long. You could be a week or 2 weeks in and you're like, hey, my mindset's starting to change. I'm starting to feel that I've accomplished this and I can give that up and I can do some stretchies and I can, just in your own way, just building momentum, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tea and Toasties is supported by Alphabet Art Photos.
Is it working? Oh, my voice has gone a little bit funny. It's a little bit funny.
What are you here to talk about today?
Feeling inside and the world. I've got a brand new chipmunk house and I'm looking for some artwork. Can you help me, please?
Of course I can help you. What kind of artwork are you looking for? Personalized?
Personalized, yes. But I'd really like something to put up on my walls.
On your walls? How about for, do you have a baby?
A baby, yes. A baby chipmunk.
Well, Alphabet Art Photos, they have a whole line of new nursery items.
Who is this?
Alphabet Art Photos. They make custom wall art.
Oh, that sounds like the nuts. So, you were saying?
Yeah, we have a lot of new nursery items for any chipmunk in your house.
Yeah, we've got quite a few monks.
We've got chipmunks. We actually have some for other animals, lions, tigers, bears. Oh my.
Oh my. I see a lot of them. They're quite scary.
Yeah, so if you're interested in any of those items, you can head over to Alphabet Art Photos on Etsy. Use promo code TNT30 for 30% off your order.
Oh, really? I'm very interested in your artwork. How do you accept payment? Do you take Bitcoin?
No Bitcoin. No, we accept card only, online, PayPal, or Acorns.
Acorns, yes, I have plenty. I keep them under my mattress. I'll have to dig them out. Is that okay?
That's great. That's perfectly fine.
I'm feeling a little lightheaded now.
All right, I'll let you go. That art will be in your mail speedy quick with our fast free shipping guarantee.
Oh, sweet free shipping?
Yes, free shipping. Domestic shipping, though. Your tree is close by?
My tree is very close. In fact, I think you might be able to see it.
Oh, wow, I do see it.
Yes.
Do you see me waving?
Hello.
Hi. Oh, no. Someone's just fallen out of the tree.
Oh.
We're done. We've cut. We're so done. That was the perfect amount of psycho.
Okay, play that shit back.
Do we talk about what we're actually doing?
Well, yeah. So that was, first of all, we looked at acknowledging the issue.
Yep.
Understanding there is one.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then before actually taking some massive action and putting a plan into place, I thought, well, hang on. In order to do that, you need to be energized and healthy. So that's why I'm trying to do these positive things.
Yeah, we have been slowly doing some things. We were like, new items. Maybe that will be the trick. Let's offer a lower price point item. Maybe it's just price overall and all these things. And then yesterday you called and we're like, let's conflab, powwow. And yeah, just discussed both of our thoughts, concerns, ideas. And then, yeah, started actioning. And this is usually how we roll. We kind of went into that call yesterday. At least I did, not knowing shit. I was like, I have no idea what to do. I even said that to you. I was like, I don't know what to do, buddy. I was like, I don't have an answer. I don't know what to say.
What? You don't know how to cure the world's problems?
I know. I was like, I have no idea where to even go from here. You kind of had some ideas, but not really. It was like, throwing things at the wall vibe.
Yeah.
And then we came out of it kind of with a new idea.
As we do.
And that's usually what happens. Yeah. Instead of just each of us on our own coming with something or realizing we have nothing and then just saying, okay, fuck it.
Yeah.
Just the talking about the problem presented its own solutions.
It really did. Yeah, I came into the convo with a few little ideas, things that have been buzzing through my head all weekend. And you know me, I'm willing to cartwheel down the yellow brick road and go and see the Wizard of Oz with all these, go down that journey and throw a bunch of darts at the wall and see what sticks. I came in armed with ideas and what I needed, and you delivered, was refinement.
Yeah.
I needed notes on my ideas.
MDR.
Yes.
Well, you said straight up, I need to run something by you. Let me know, is this worth my time doing? Mm-hmm. And you ran it by, and I was like, no. Immediately, I was like, straight up, no.
Yeah.
And you were like, what? And I told you my thoughts and reasonings on why I thought that. And you're like, okay. Because when it comes down to, that's all it comes down to is it worth the time and effort? And I was like, no, I don't think it is.
Yeah, when you're, kind of in the trenches like this, you're trying to come up with some actionable items. Your mind is spinning around and you do get a little bit desperate and you're trying to think of a million different things. Will this work? Will that work? What if I did this? Mm-hmm. And, before you know it, you can waste a shed load of time going down the wrong path. But how do you know what's the wrong path? Okay, so what if I was a solo entrepreneur sitting at home and I can't imagine how difficult that would be to have all these stresses, these triggers that are going on right now and trying to know what's best for my own business, where to go with it.
Yeah.
And so what you did yesterday, you filtered the shit out, basically. You know? Mm-hmm. You were like, yeah, the ideas are there, but don't waste your time.
Yeah.
You put more of a focus on the ideas. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know if we didn't even go with any of my ideas, right? and I love that. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love that.
Yeah.
Because what it did, I brought in a base. Yeah. And we worked off it.
Yeah. It was just like, for the problem that we have now, this idea isn't going to solve it, I don't think.
No.
It was like, good idea. It has legs in other ways. But for the actual issue now, I was like, this and the amount of work it's going to take
would have been a lot of work.
Going to solve this problem right now.
I was probably, and this is, we've mentioned this before, is don't get wed to your own ideas.
Yeah.
Try and zoom out again and look at them objectively. Yeah. And it's very difficult because if you come up with the idea, it's like, oh, I want my idea to work.
Yeah.
I think what we identified after discussing everything, there was two key areas that we could focus on. One was marketing. Mm-hmm. And it sounds counterintuitive when you're, 40% down and when you're watching the spends a little bit, the initial reaction is to make cuts, cut your budget, and save where you can and look at it that way. If your sales aren't where they need to be, you're thinking, well, okay, my incomings are down, so then my outgoings need to come in also.
Yeah.
But, we said, well, let's look at that differently, because if other small businesses are thinking the same thing and they're going to make marketing cuts, then there's space out there for us. So let's flip it and do the exact opposite and double down on the marketing, right? Yeah. Let's put more marketing dollars into the Instagram ads, the Facebook ads, and kind of fill that space that people are giving up.
Yeah.
So we've identified marketing.
And then also there's ideas that pop up or things that we've put on the back burner or just maybe completely didn't even give the time of day before, that in times like this is like, okay, let's go back into the vault, into the archives, or in the recycling bin and see what can we get out of there that maybe we can use right now that we've never done. There was a feature on Etsy that we wrote off almost immediately when it came out.
Like what is that?
Yeah,
that's a joke. We don't want to use that.
Nope, not interested. Now, yesterday we were like, should we just try it?
Let's see what it's about.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is right now. We have to do things that we have never done before because this is an issue that we've never really had before. So seemingly that would go hand in hand. Like an old solution isn't going to solve a new problem. So we need a new solution.
Smart. Very good. Look at that. More coffee over here. Fill her up, please.
Yeah. So
that was good.
Thank you.
That was insightful.
That was really good. Proud of that one.
More. We want more.
more.
But yeah, we did. We looked at something that we'd discarded before. But then you think also went into, we've also considered TikTok before, right? And it's something that, is a space for me. I'm not 100%. You're more familiar with that space than me. I'm more of an Instagram boy. You're a
Instagram boy, TikTok girl.
Yeah, TikToker.
Well, I am on.
Well, you're both.
I don't post on
You have
TikTok.
a foot in both camps.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't post.
I mean, Instagram's the OG for me.
Okay.
And now TikTok. I don't know. I post more on Instagram. I don't really post on TikTok, but I scroll on TikTok.
Scroll. That's where you scroll.
That's where I scroll.
That's where you get your reels.
I know how it works, but actual making content is out of both of our
comfort
zones for sure. Especially on TikTok, it's very personal and very So I don't know. I don't know.
We'll navigate that. But to your point of revisiting some older ideas in the vault, that's kind of where this came from.
Yeah.
At the time, I think this is kind of like ideas, pop into your head and they might not be right for that time. As TikTok wasn't back then for us because we perhaps either didn't need it or we didn't have the time to invest in it or many things.
I always just thought, it was also very people didn't know if it was going to go away, if it was here to stay.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think we should invest any time into this.
Not yet.
Just in case it just disappears.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, let's not do anything yet. And now that it's back,
It looks like it's sticking around.
it looks like it's sticking around.
Someone
so.
saved it for us all.
So we're like, yeah, let's take advantage of it.
Yeah.
You know? That's where we went yesterday. We're like, oh, literally, I'm like, should we just do TikTok?
And that's
Why
where our
not?
journey down the Yellow Brick Road led us.
Yeah.
Was to pull out the TikTok card.
Yep.
Which, you know, we're now both learning new TikTok dances.
Right. Yep. Stay tuned, everyone.
Isn't that how it works on there?
The filters. No. See, this is how I know you don't know TikTok.
Okay, go.
No one's dancing on TikTok anymore.
They not?
No way.
That's old news.
Old news. Also, I never watch the dancing videos.
So what happens?
Anything and everything.
Okay.
It's more so for like news,
News.
drama,
Yeah. Okay.
selling products.
Real-time news.
Real-time stuff.
Okay.
Funny
As it happens.
videos, stories. But also everyone's algorithm is different.
Yeah.
Some people might have all dancing on their page still.
All right.
That's how the app started, but now
Right.
not anymore.
Right. It feels now that the TikTok idea has come full circle, come around again, and now we're ready
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
It's like, yeah, just like you said, we have never done it. So it's like, well, who knows what's going to come out of it? And TikTok is such kind of a free, willy-nilly kind of app, at least in my opinion. So we don't have to, try that hard. It's not like we're shooting movies, you know?
Sure.
And we don't have to, it's not that much investment
Not really.
to do it. Just, you don't have to think about it too much.
Yeah.
Just carefree. Let's post a video, get it on there and do the stuff.
The blueprint's been made. We're just going to follow the steps.
Yeah.
We're going to provide content. You were busy yesterday setting up the TikTok shop. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, watch this space. Follow us on TikTok. Another place
follow
to
us on
follow.
TikTok. We're at alphabet.art.photos on TikTok.
Yeah.
Also, we're doing a little cross here. We have a TNT TikTok as well.
Yeah.
Because that's just, it's not one that I guess we'll promote it now, but it wasn't one that we were really promoting because I hadn't really posted on it. Now there's like 3 videos on there. It's more so, I mean, if you're listening to this, you're here. Thank you. But
we appreciate
that's like the point of the TikTok is to like get new listeners, new rando eyes or ears on it.
breadcrumbs leading to here.
Yeah.
What I'm interested in is how creative we're going to get. We've joked about it before. We said, but that means we're going to have to get in front of the camera, and neither of us were particularly comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So I think now that we're doing the podcast,
Right.
we've jumped fully into this.
Uh-huh.
I think now, probably confidence-wise, we might both be. It would just be a natural progression, kind of.
Yeah. And back then it was like we didn't really have time for it either. So right now, the downtime, good time to start doing something new.
That's a key point. Is right. There's the panic. Like, oh, my business is over. There's the drop off. I'm not making any money.
My business is over.
What am I going to do? You will panic.
Yeah.
It's a natural thing.
Yeah.
You're going to panic.
And it's kind of good to have the panic because then you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This is because it's like lights a fire under your ass.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you think, it's fight or flight or freeze. For us, it's energizing because, we have to do something. It's not sitting in a corner and rocking around and going, I feel sorry for yourself. Yes, lean into it a little bit and have a little pity party.
Yeah.
And, because there's nothing wrong with that. Shed a few tears.
Yeah.
Get it out your system.
You got to feel it.
You got to feel it.
No.
Exactly. Then wipe that off and then go full mode of, right, what can I do about this? And then this downtime when perhaps you've got stock that's waiting to go out. This is the time where you work on the business and you start being innovative. And the beauty of a small business is you're kind of like a little ninja.
Go on.
Well, you're in ninja mode because you're able to move quickly, swiftly. You can pivot stealthily.
Pivot.
Yes.
What is that one?
Like
Tai Chi?
Yeah, it's Tai Chi.
It's very,
you can flow like some water, like a stream. This is what you can do. You're not going up the flagpole and running up ideas and they're going to get bogged down in some red tape and whatnot. Sludgy, I've got to get it okayed by 10 levels of people above me.
Right. Yeah.
That's not going to happen because
helpless or like your ideas aren't important.
Exactly.
No one's going to listen.
Yeah. They're going to get you're going to get shot down and whatever. But it's you, it's your ideas, you're in control. You can try things. If they don't work, so what?
And this is the beauty of having a tribe.
Their village.
Everyone has their village. And this is back something you had said a little while ago about if you're a solo entrepreneur and you're dealing with all this right now, you can't imagine. Because then you have no one to bounce ideas. And you're taking on all the stress and all the everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's the bonus of everyone having a village. Because then you, even if it's not something that you work with, just to go to anyone, a friend, a parent, a mentor, or whatever, and say, hey, like run ideas by. Or so even if you are a solo entrepreneur, don't be afraid to reach out to someone who isn't in business or has maybe no idea what you're talking about, but they have other insights that can be helpful.
They have ears.
Yeah.
They're open to listening.
For sure.
Sometimes that's all it takes is a pair of ears and just for someone to hear you.
And a lot of problems are at the root, like a mindset problem, or that can be solved in other ways instead of just business solutions. If that makes sense. You know, so other people can be more helpful than you.
Yeah.
Than you think.
Yeah. It helps us definitely to be supportive, but also because we're in on this together so that we understand obviously the ins and outs of it, the nitty gritty of it, the nits and the grits.
The nits and the grits.
There's nits in my grits.
What is nits?
You don't want nits? Nits, they're little head lice.
Oh, ew, yes, I do know this.
Yeah,
I've heard
nits.
this.
You know, like a knit inspection at school. We used to have the knit nurse come around.
Oh, yeah, we used to have that too.
You had the knit nurse?
We didn't call it that. Yeah, because the knit is it's like the egg, right?
Oh, I thought it was a little creature.
That's the lice. But then there's, I think it is like the egg part specifically. Housekeeping next week.
There's nits in my grits. It's kind of like a southern. There's a fly in my soup.
There's a snake in my boot.
There's nits in my grits.
Oh my God. It's foodie time.
Oh, it's for me too.
Busting out.
Gertie, I'm coming. I need to eat. But yeah, if you can't think of your village, I'm sure everybody's got somebody, but
or online people,
online
forums,
go to a forum, a community.
Yeah, we've done that with
small
Etsy.
business people.
Etsy forums, people love Etsy forums. We don't post, but occasionally, if I have a niche issue, I just looked the other day. Actually, I was like, sales drop off. Anyone?
I did the same thing.
Yeah, I was like, is this happening to anyone else on Etsy? And you know, I didn't see anything specifically, which was then a bit concerning.
That's what I thought. I'm surely there's other people saying the same thing.
Yeah. Well, is that on that?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
It's that time again.
It's that time.
Oh, I like a song.
I thought you were about to break out into song.
What are we breaking into?
Breaking into the teapot, I think.
All right then.
Yeah.
Let's bring him over. Look at that big rattle today. All right. Is there any left, or have we done them all?
Why? You got a new idea?
No, if we've done them all, we're going to have to just invent.
No, I need to mark that down.
You need structure.
To some new ones, some different ones. Okay.
Looks like one of mine.
Yep. What is a question you wish more people would ask you, and what would your answer be?
Do you want to go on that?
I don't think I have one.
Okay.
To be fair.
Okay. TBF.
Do you have one?
Probably, just off the top of my head, would be something like, so, people go up to each other or whatever, you're in a group, whatever. So, how's it going? How you doing? It's just one of those. Yeah. So it's it's a greeting. But
no one's expecting an answer.
An answer, yeah. Which I always found weird here is like, do you want me to answer or no? What is this? But if someone was to just say, no, really, how is it going?
Right.
Especially right now, I think we talked about before, would be quite supportive. For everybody to actually just, before you get into your bants, before you get into your stuff, is that really, how's it going?
Yeah.
That's mine.
Interesting. I think people do it sometimes, not straight off the rip.
No.
Because then
is it too much?
It's definitely welcomed, I'd say. But do you find it can be, even though it is a bit annoying that how's it going is just a greeting, and you don't get more from that? When someone does say, like, oh, not good, it's kind of like,
yeah,
why'd you say that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially when you if you're meeting up with friends for a dinner and you're all going, hi, how are you? And everyone's like, good, how are you? And then you get that one person, they're like, not so good. Or you're like, not great, haha. Or, oh, shit. And then you're like, oh, God. They're already bringing this energy.
Right. Yeah, I get
So
you.
that's a
I
weird.
get you.
That's a weird thing.
Yeah, I do get you. And I think English people we're classic at this. When someone says, "So, how are you?" Like, oh, mustn't grumble. I'm okay. Mustn't grumble.
Mustn't grumble.
Mustn't grumble.
I can't complain.
But can't complain. But, and then we get a whole list of complaints and grumbles.
Okay, let's do one more, eh?
Yeah.
You want to pick out, or you want me to just pick it and then you read it?
I'll pick. This is a real nice one
Is it?
to round out on. Yeah.
Sweet.
When you do that greeting and someone says, "So, how's it going?"
Uh-huh.
And my next thing would be, "Great. What are you looking forward to in your life?"
That's it?
Yeah.
Just what are you looking forward to in your life?
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to time and the future. That's really it.
Yeah.
I can't say anything specific.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More time.
To have lots of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've always thought that. I just like the possibilities of the future. That's what I look forward to.
I love that.
It's like, I don't know where I'll be, but I'm excited to find out.
Yes. That's great.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at you. I think all these little things, these little layers, the things you've been doing is now building up to this positivity, this energy.
I've always felt that though.
Just looking forward to see what's going to happen, how it plays out.
Because I've been in the trenches before of like, life's not going to get better, super depressed, that vibe. And then, had a friend who committed suicide. And I remember thinking, that sucks.
Sure.
For so many reasons. But I was like, I could never do that because no matter how bad it is now, I'm too curious about the future.
That's a great
and about
mindset.
the possibilities.
Yeah.
And I was mad and sad that he wasn't. I was like, because I was for his. I was like, you should be as curious about your future as I am about your future.
So you were sad for him?
Yeah. It's like, you're not even going to know.
Yeah.
Like so many possibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that, what you just said there about having a curiosity.
Yeah.
For me, that's, I think that's what life is to stay, if you can, or try and reclaim it, try and have that, not the mind of when you were a sponge, a kid, where everything was amazing.
Yeah.
Everything was new and you were curious. One of the things that I'm also trying to do, I said I was, trying to do layers and layers and layers of positive things to improve my mindset, is slow down, take a beat, because I can get caught up in the work, right? But what this little slowdown has afforded me is to actually slow down and take a beat personally.
Yeah.
And then focus on some other things that I do neglect. So I have been reading a lot more and I've been taking in a minute and I have this little quiet time in the morning when JB is still sleeping and I get up, I'm usually up and about sometimes before 7 or at least 7, and I'll make that green tea and I'll go and sit on the sofa and then just be, slow down. And then I start to think about what I'm grateful for. Sounds cheesy, but what it does, it sets my mind up for the day. It gets me in that some sort of positive zone where I'm like, okay, you've got a lot to be grateful for.
You have been a little bit sentimental recently, I think.
Have you said, I have.
I think so.
I have.
Some shit you've said today, I'm like, okay, he's really in his sentimental era.
Huh. Now that you've said that. I'll let you in on this.
Okay.
I'll let you in on this. Now we're already in that. So I think it was Sunday. So it wasn't hangover day. That was Saturday.
Right.
So I was fresh Sunday. And I was having my little quiet time with my green tea. I got onto the sofa, and it's the one in the front office.
Okay.
And there's nice light coming in there. I like to sit there. And I was just reading this book. And then all of a sudden, it was talking about slowing down and really listening. It was saying, really listen to the small things, the sounds, but it's not just a sound, but what's behind it, and listen to the birds and listen and feel what it's doing to you. Like, take note, be aware. And I've been trying to do that a lot more. And then for whatever reason, I don't know how the next step, but I found myself on Spotify and I'd looked up this, it was a song, it was Carnival les Animaux or something like that. It was The Swan. And there's 14 of these
Songs.
they're not, but no, compositions, thank you. Yeah, that have been made. They're in a series. And one of them, you'll recognise one or two of them. And there was this one. Anyway, I put it on. It was called The Swan. And
Is it Swan Lake?
no,
Okay.
but there is one of them that's been used in Swan Lake.
Okay.
I put it on, closed my eyes, and listened. Really listened to it. And before I knew it, tears were coming down. And that's so unlike me. So unlike me.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow, you are really listening.
Yes. I thought, I wouldn't have had that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had that experience because usually before I was taking a beat, taking a moment, slowing down,
Right.
I would have been at the computer working.
Brain going. Yeah.
So as a positive I'm going to take from this whole downturn is that I've been able to work on me a little bit.
Yeah. You've got some gratitude
Yeah.
for the little things.
Yeah.
For life.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's great, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There's
I like
always
it.
something to pull from a situation that might look a bit negative to start. But look, if there's always something,
Yeah.
an opportunity or a little silver lining you can grab from it.
Yeah.
And there's mine.
Nice.
Did I bring us down?
So interesting. No, that's not down at all. That's it's up, if anything.
Okay.
It's a very positive, lighthearted, heartening story, I think. That was
Sweet.
good.
Sweet.
And good advice. I mean, yeah. Like I said, the whole the possibilities for the future and then, looking at a positive is always something.
So look
It's
at
good
us.
stuff.
We're both feeling, funnily enough, we're both feeling pretty positive about
Right?
things.
And this is what I was saying compared to like our last time. It's like now we're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
we got it.
Yeah.
We're a bit more hardened, which has made us
Yeah.
softer almost.
Yes.
Look at
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Like a crab.
Like a crabby.
Krabby Patty.
A Krabby Patty? Well,
The
I
burger.
don't know. He's soft.
Who is?
A Krabby Patty.
The burger?
The burger.
But a crab is hard on the outside, soft on the inside.
True.
That's what I mean.
Even a soft shell crab.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't know why they're called that.
I don't know either.
Right? Their shells are hard,
I think so.
even though they're soft shell.
All right.
Okay. Well, I think that's all. Next week will be potentially the biggie. Looking forward to that.
Me too.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, you can listen to any past episodes wherever you get your podcasts. Spotify, Amazon, Apple. You can subscribe on the YouTube at Tea and Toasties. You can follow us on the Instagram at Tea and Toasties Pod. You can follow the TikTok.
Ooh,
I think
new
that's
TikTok.
also at Tea and Toasties Pod. And rate, review, subscribe to the pod.
All those things.
All the
I
things.
saw we've got, is it 8 5-star reviews now on Spotify?
Wow.
8's great, mate.
8's great, mate. All right, so we've been Tea and
Well-
Toasties.
We've been Tea and Toasties and we are Tea and Toasties.
And we are. And we will
We'll
talk at you next week. And TTFN.
TTFN.
Bye.
Laters.